Case number 0401, Mr. Mark Reed, is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Reed, I see you here pertaining to visitation rights for your son.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead and explain to me what about the visitation rights we're talking about.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor, for taking the time today. I'm here petitioning the court for visitation rights for my son, my 3-year-old son. It's been over 6 months since I've seen him. I've tried to get in contact with my ex-wife. It's been impossible trying to reach her. I've tried email, text, call, WhatsApp, all methods. And I want to see my son, okay? There's no legal or safety reasons as to why I shouldn't see my son. Despite the divorce being a little messy, we still had an agreement, and it's going on 6 months, and I don't know what else I can do, so I'm asking the court to get involved.
Okay, so you said you have reached out various different ways of communication.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. And no response, or is she responding, saying no? What's happened?
No response. No response.
Okay, no response. And now you said ex-wife. When did this divorce take place?
This divorce took place about a year ago.
Okay. So 1 year, and in the midst of that divorce, you guys didn't discuss any custody agreements, or what was the agreement?
It was loosely discussed. We agreed to just communicate with each other every other week. Weekends, if someone was busy, we would try and pick up the slack. But 6 months, it's a bit egregious. Feels like it's been 6 years, and not hearing from her at all, it's kind of making me feel very uncomfortable, not just for my son's safety, but for her as well. I'm not here to try and play any petty games or ask for money or start any drama. I just want my son. I just want to see my son. Okay. I grew up an only child. My father wasn't in my life. I know what that feels like, and I don't want my son to experience that.
Okay, so you said there was loose arrangements. Have you, before this 6 months of not seeing him, have you been basically holding up your end of the bargain in visitation and pickups and drop-offs?
If I'm being honest, Your Honor, it's been a little difficult since the divorce. I had to move back in with my parents. Work has been a little spotty. Been working crazy long hours, trying to work Uber, DoorDash. So some pickups, I dropped the ball. I didn't communicate effectively, and I own up to that. I fully take responsibility for my mishaps. But now I'm in a better place. I'm in a much better place. I have a new spot. I have a new home. I have a new job. I work as a project manager at a university. And I just want my son to know that I want to be in his life. I'm not trying to walk away. I don't want him to think that I walked away. And I'm doing everything now in my power to step up and be a better man, not just for me, but for my son. And I just want to create a life that involves me in his life.
Okay, and I understand that, Mr. Reed. So I guess what I want to know is, you said you're in a better place. You have your own place now. You have a new job. So my concern is stability. So right now it seems that you're stable. But when we have kids, we have to make sure we're stable at all times. So I'm concerned about the spotty behavior. Are there going to be days where it's, I can get him then, but not today, not tomorrow, not right now. I don't feel like it. Are we going to be consistent with visitation? Because children, especially at 3 years old, they remember those things.
You're right.
They can call. They know when dad wasn't there. They know when I wanted him to the recital. They know these things. So I'm concerned in that regards of, you have your spot now, you have this job. Let's say down the line, something not so good happens in our lives. Is it now he's put on the back burner? So that's why I'm concerned.
No, absolutely not. Even in the midst of divorce, I was still mindful that I wasn't present and I was missing things. And that killed me inside, knowing that I have to do these things now, even though the divorce was extremely expensive, but I'm doing things that I never used to do to try to make ends meet, to try to be present. And I own up to that. I realized I wasn't financially savvy in the midst of the marriage. And now I'm doing the research and the knowledge now to be a better man and to step up. And yet I absolutely plan to be consistent. Mm-hmm. This is my only child. Mm-hmm. I know what it feels like. And I don't want my son to experience what I've experienced.
Okay. So In the midst of you getting stable, you've reached out to your ex-wife. She has not responded. Did this non-response, how can I explain this? Did this non-response unfold after you were not appearing like you said you were supposed to? Did this non-response come about because once you started flaking, for lack of a better term, and not doing your part, then was it I'm just kind of tired of responding because I'm going to disappoint my son again?
Reflecting during that time period of the 6 months, I can see how I dropped the ball, how she could perceive that and make that and internalize that herself and make the decision not to follow up and respond to me. And I can accept that. But moving forward, I'm telling you now, I'm a different man. I'm a different person. Mm-hmm. And I just want to see my son.
Okay, so I want to know, with this new job, project manager, tell me a little bit about when you started this. Because
Yes.
Did you submit pay stubs so I can confirm that?
I did submit it. I would check your inbox one more time.
So tell me about it.
Got this job about 3 months ago. I was really fighting for this job. Probably top of this year. I was in the running to be a candidate, and I finally landed the job. Finally get into the flow of things now. I'm getting a healthy salary, so I'm able to take care of myself and my son now. But I've been waiting and hoping for this position for a while. I'm an IT project manager, so I manage various devices, troubleshooting, making sure the project's going well, making sure all the clients are satisfied with the project at hand. So I'm trying to be the man that steps up, not just in work, but in my personal life as well. So.
Okay, and I see in the documents you submitted, you're actually up for a promotion already?
Yes.
All right, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So based on what I'm looking at here, from this point out, you're stable, you have your own place, new job, on the verge of a promotion. If I were to grant these visitation rights, where do we go from here? How am I going to be consistent in being in your son's life?
Well,
What is the plan?
What, I'll continue to communicate with the ex-wife. Hopefully she's okay, not hearing from her for 6 months. Hopefully her health is all right. Moving forward, I plan to be consistent, follow up, be there present with my son, pick him up before and after school. I plan to love on him and appreciate him and show him that I'm here for him. And I really am hoping that his ex-wife, his mother, isn't sprinkling and whispering these things into his mind, telling him that, oh yeah, your father's a deadbeat, your father ain't crap. I'm really hoping that's not the case, because I know my heart, and despite us not being together anymore, I would hope that she knows my heart, especially knowing my backstory, how I didn't have my father growing up. So I do plan to be consistent and show up, and I'm dedicated to that.
Okay, Mr. Reed. After listening to your side of things, and as you said that she is not here, I do want to say this. I want to commend you for being a father that wants to be present, because there are many fathers who will not be here right now. There are many fathers who wouldn't even care to have visitation rights, custody rights, none of the sort. So I do want to commend you for being here, being present, straightening up your act. You were in one place, now you're a lot more stable. So I do want to commend you, and that alone in and of itself is why I'm going to go ahead and grant you visitation right twice a week at a neutral family center for 4 to 6 weeks to reestablish that relationship with your son. And then maybe about after those 4 to 6 weeks, we can do unsupervised visitation, weekend visitation. And that'll be every other weekend, alternating holidays as well. And some video calls, maybe 3 times per week for your son, just so we can, again, I want to see that relationship established. 3 years old, a young boy definitely needs his father in his life.
I agree.
So, and I hope from here out that you're consistent, and we can be in his life, be that role model that he needs to see, and that role model that you didn't have. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grant that. Because refusing visitation, can result in a legal consequence. And again, like I said, she's not here to vouch on her behalf. So I want to leave you with this. I see the sincerity within you. I see how much this weighs on you. And I hope when you walk out of here that you keep that sincerity and truly live up to what you told me in this court, and you continue to be there for that young boy. Okay. I want you to be there for your son, present in all ways.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. So does that sound good? Visitation rights, weekend started
Amazing.
out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Mr. Reed. Visitation granted. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.